Quick side note before we get started, I did put out a video on Monday that not many of you saw. Just do me a favor and check it out. You can do that after this video, or you can do it now and come back. It's really up to you. There will be a link that pops up right now, and again, one afterwards. I think there's a good message in this video that I think you'll all really enjoy, so give it a chance. But right now, let's get into EA. And also, why you probably really shouldn't trust companies. But let's just dig into this. So when you search, why does everyone hate EA? You get videos from roughly 4 to 5 years ago detailing a very similar saga to what we have today. A company that is essentially, in 2 words, money grubbing. They employ tactics such as day one DLC, selling incomplete games, microtransactions, online passes, pay gating, and pay-to-play tactics. Now, I'm not sitting here demonizing anyone that wants to add more to their game or even that wants to charge you for something that's, cosmetic or non-essential to the game. But I am a firm believer that if you create a video game and I give you anywhere over $50 for that game, I should have a complete game in my hands that I don't need to pay any extra money to fully enjoy. In the case of Battlefront 2, which I'm sure you've all heard about by now, they put characters that should be essential to the game behind paywalls. And if they didn't put them behind paywalls, they made it so you had to grind a ridiculous amount to be able to get them to the point where you wanted to pay for them because you got frustrated. This is not the same thing as Overwatch, where you want that, that new skin. That won't change the way you play. It won't affect your ranking and competitive. It really just is a thing you can get if you really want to, but you don't need it. But in this, if you give me a Star Wars game and I can't play Darth Vader, unless I work for I'll say even months to get it, that's kind of a problem. And that's kind of skeezy. And that's exactly what EA did. Now, I get it. Developing games is not cheap. But maybe, just maybe, if you can't afford to develop your game, maybe you need to get creative. EA takes long-standing franchises like NBA 2K or even the Battlefront series and make them worse by adding in these pay-to-play systems. And the thing is, they act like we're not smart people. I'm sorry, but I've played NBA 2K for years without having to pay money to get access to things that were standard before or you could earn by grinding a little bit. I'm not gonna pay for it now after I've already not paid for it. That's just ridiculous. And you're breaking games as you do this. I in no way believe that this company is hemorrhaging for money. I know that companies don't really love us. I know that companies don't really care about us. It's kind of like how YouTube has done a lot of messed up things in the name of making a profit because they themselves have never been a profitable company. And they only apologize when there's a big enough stink. If you don't respect us as people or as gamers or as consumers, we're not going to respect you as a business and you will go by the wayside. But the thing is, we don't do that. We don't. There's a reason why EA can do this kind of thing for 5, maybe even 6, 7, 8 years and still remain afloat as a company. Because we still give them our money. Because they do publish great games. They do publish must-have titles. And us as consumers aren't willing to miss out on those experiences to make a statement. We have to start doing that. Because EA is a business. And while they might say they love you, they might say they care, they don't. They absolutely do not. You never, ever believe that a company cares about you. Because a company needs your money to survive. But that's all they need is your money. They don't need your favor. They don't need your hugs. They don't need your praise. They just need your money. I akin it to not trusting big YouTubers. Or not even trusting YouTubers, period. Because to be honest, like as a YouTuber, I know that no matter what I do or what I say, I do have some form of ulterior motive. Maybe I want money, maybe I want to grow, maybe I just want to feel like I want to feel good about myself. But whatever it is, I do have some form of ulterior motive. So when people get on here and say, hey man, I love you guys, they don't really love you. They appreciate your money, but they don't love you. So EA is making these changes not because we got mad, but because Disney got involved and said, hey, yo, you hurting our brand. We might take this license away from you and give it to somebody else who won't screw over the gamers. Because we don't want Star Wars to be associated with this, especially in the wake of a new movie coming out in a few weeks. Don't trust any companies. Go into every single one of these relationships knowing that you are a dollar sign to them. Now, there are ways to break that down, like communities. I really do believe that Blizzard and the people who work on Overwatch, they care. They listen to what we say. They take note. You can meet them and hang out, and it feels normal. It feels like there's a real soul behind that. I use myself as an example, even in that when I go to conventions, I try to hang out with as many people as possible. I, even on my live streams, give out my phone number. I give people advice. I'll have you on my podcast. And I'll try my best to be a real person. But I also know that still in the back of my head, there is some form of ulterior motive. That's why I like when everything goes bad on YouTube and people are like, oh my God, like the apocalypse, I'm never going to do YouTube again. It's because they're now in it for the money. There was a point when YouTube didn't pay you anything and people just did this for free. I don't know if you remember that, but that existed. So if you really want to send a message to EA, don't buy these games. Support companies that support you. I understand that business and money go hand in hand. But in the business that we're in which people feel a real adornment and a real connection to their entertainment, you've got to think smarter. You've got to be more creative. You've got to be more genuine. Thank you guys for watching, and like I said, I do want something from you at the end of this video, and that's to watch my other video, because I put a lot of love and attention into that one, and I want that one to be seen as well. Thank you guys for watching, and however you still up for it.